pumpkins. So it's past Halloween. It's almost Thanksgiving. It's time to take care of the pumpkins. So today we are baking all of our pumpkins, and then we'll make some pumpkin puree that we can then use for like pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, whatever, pumpkin rolls, things like that. So here's what we got. A start, and then I got one super yucky one. We're doing dishes and just starting the day cleaning the house, but this one is no bueno. So it's, let me see if I can open it with one hand. Ah, see, it's all moldy, yucky. So this one's going to the chickens, but we have two more little ones, so we'll have plenty little pumpkins. And then we're gonna plant the seeds. Well, we're not even gonna plant them, we're just gonna throw them in the garden. So I'll do a video on that too. All right, so yay, we'll keep you posted. All right, as we're cutting pumpkins, I figured by the outside, this one had pretty high chances of not being good. Let me see if I can roll it with one hand. Yeah, no bueno. Look at all that mold and yucky. So this one is going to the chickens. Chickens will love this, even the seeds and all that. And our bowl of seeds here, we've been pulling out of other pumpkins. I'll show you what we'll do with that in a minute. All right, so I've got my pumpkin seeds, and I'm gonna show you a fun little trick that I do every year. So let me turn the camera, and I'm gonna show you this area of the side yard, and I'll show you what I do. Okay, this is a little side area of our yard. Now, once upon a time, it had between the grass where those potters are, in this area, there used to be plastic and rocks. But, I mean, we're probably talking 15 years ago. So, as you can see, like all along the house, the plastic has just deteriorated over the years, right? So we get a lot of, aside from the bushes, which are currently dead because it's fall and everything's starting to hibernate, but the plastic really just needs to be pulled up and redone. But we're not going to do that for now. So this makes this the perfect place to do this, because the grass has automatic sprinklers, right? So what we do is I am just going to sprinkle our pumpkin seeds in here. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason. You don't have to worry about putting them in the soil. You don't have to worry about covering them with dirt, because at this point, next spring, if something grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? You're not really worried about it. But this year, we had a random pumpkin plant come, and it kind of grew late in the year, which was interesting, but we just had a random pumpkin plant grow here, and it had about 4 or 5 pumpkins. If we hadn't had our fluke snowstorm that we had that was super early this year and killed all our garden plants, we would have had probably 3 or 4 pumpkins off that. So anyhow, this is a great way to use your seeds from your pumpkins in an area that you aren't doing anything with. And again, if they grow, great. If nothing grows, it's no big deal, right? You could take it or leave it. Oh yeah, see, there's those dark leaves are the dead remnants of the pumpkin plant that grew this year. So pretty fun. We did this by accident one year, and the next year had a random pumpkin plant growing up, and we were thinking, where did that come from? And then we remembered we had put our seeds out for birds and whatever. So, and if the birds get them, that's fine. But anyhow, just something fun. I'm actually looking forward to when we build our house, because we will have more of a garden-y area and more areas dedicated to garden and places where we can just do this pumpkins and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. But for now, you do what you can do, right? So the first thing I did was cut the pumpkins in half and scoop out those seeds, which you saw me put in the yard. Once you have that, I just bake it. Now, I wasn't in any hurry, so I baked it at about 350 degrees for a couple of hours. and then give them plenty of time to cool. Once they're cool, and you can see I can handle them fairly easy, they're not hot or anything, you're just going to cut them into manageable sections and then scoop out. It worked to use a big spoon. Just scoop out the inside. Some people prefer to peel the outside of the pumpkin skin, but I found that was harder. It was a lot easier to just scoop it with a spoon. And depending on the type of pumpkin you have, some scoop out a lot easier than others as well. But it doesn't matter because you're going to puree them all together anyway. Now, I cooked my pumpkins with tin foil lined cookie sheet. That way, it really doesn't make much of a mess. And it's super easy when it comes to cleaning up. You just loosen up the tin foil and dump the pumpkins. And look at that, my cookie sheet's still pretty clean. So from this point, you're just gonna puree in your food processor the pumpkin until it's really smooth. Sometimes you have to stop it and stir it with a spoon a little bit to just make sure that it gets well incorporated and nice and smooth. And so you just want to get like a pumpkin pie puree consistency. And we got our pumpkin puree. Yay!